I thought rewatching my wedding video 5 years later would be a nostalgic journey through the happiest day of my life. Instead, it became the moment I discovered that my mother and husband had been having an affair, and that it had started long before I ever said, "I do." It was a random Tuesday evening. Marcus was working late, and I wanted to surprise him with a montage of our best moments for our 5th anniversary. I poured myself a glass of wine, sat down in our living room, and pressed play, not knowing I was about to destroy my entire sense of family. I hadn't watched the full ceremony in years, only the highlights, the perfect edited version. But that night, I watched the raw footage, and what I saw changed everything. During the ceremony, right as I was saying my vows, the camera panned across the guests. And there, in that brief moment, I saw it. My mother and Marcus exchanging a look. Not just any look, one of deep, intimate familiarity, a look filled with longing that no daughter should ever see between her mother and her husband. I froze, rewound, watched again and again, her eyes full of something I couldn't name, his gaze meeting hers with guilt, or maybe pain, or desire, a look that lasted 3 seconds, but shattered 8 years of love and trust. Once I saw it, I couldn't unsee it. I went through the entire wedding video, frame by frame, and the truth began to unravel before me. Marcus and my mother standing too close during cocktail hour, her hand resting on his arm during photos, the way they avoided being in the same frame, as if they were hiding something. And during the father-daughter dance, in the background, my mother's hand was on Marcus's chest. His head leaned toward her ear. They pulled apart quickly when someone walked by. It was all there, hidden in plain sight. How had I not seen it? How had I been so blind? Let me take you back to before the betrayal, to when I still believed my family loved me the way I loved them. I met Marcus when I was 23, fresh out of college, full of dreams. He was 28, confident, charming, everything I thought I wanted. We clicked instantly. Within 6 months, we were serious. Within a year, I brought him home to meet my parents. My mother adored him from the start. She'd always been involved in my life. Too involved, my friends used to say. But I thought it was love. When she met Marcus, she lit up, asked him a million questions, laughed at all his jokes, texted him constantly. I thought it was sweet. I thought I was lucky they got along. I see now that I was handing them the match that would burn my family to the ground. There were red flags, but I explained them all away. Like the time I came home early from work and found Marcus at my parents' house in the middle of the day. Mom said he was helping her move furniture. I believed her. Or when I walked in on them whispering, and they stopped the moment they saw me. "We're planning a surprise," she said. And I believed her too. When Marcus proposed, my mother cried harder than I did. She threw herself into wedding planning with obsession. Every detail had to go through her. She and Marcus would have planning meetings without me. I thought they were just being thoughtful, taking the stress off my shoulders. Now I know those weren't planning meetings. They were stolen moments between lovers. The wedding was beautiful. 200 guests, perfect venue, everything I dreamed of. My mother looked radiant that day, glowing, younger, vibrant. I thought she was happy for me. I didn't realize she was dressing for him. During the reception, Marcus gave a toast. He thanked my mother for being there for him through everything. She cried. I thought it was sweet. Now, I can't stop wondering what everything really meant. After the wedding, the closeness continued. My mother had a key to our house. Marcus insisted. She'd drop by when I wasn't home. Leave food in the fridge, rearrange things, call Marcus directly for help or advice. Sometimes I'd find out she'd been at our house hours after she'd left. I told myself it was just her being helpful, being mom. But now I see it was her taking pieces of my life, right out from under me. That night, after watching the wedding video, I waited for Marcus to come home. I showed him everything, every look, every touch, every secret caught on camera. My hands were shaking, my voice broke, but I needed the truth. He didn't deny it. It started before I met you, he said quietly. I met her at a work conference, 3 months before you and I met. I felt the world tilt beneath me. You met my mother first? He nodded. We had a connection. It was intense. But she was married, and then I met you. We tried to end it. My heart broke. But you didn't. He looked at me with that same haunted expression I'd seen on video. No. We tried. But seeing her at family dinners, holidays, it was too hard. About a year before our wedding, we started seeing each other again. A year before the wedding, when we were engaged, when she was helping me pick my dress, when she was smiling beside me, knowing she was sleeping with my fiancé. Did it ever stop? I asked. He hesitated. Then softly, no. It never stopped 5 years. 5 years of marriage built on lies. 5 years of dinners, holidays, laughter, all poisoned by betrayal. My husband and my mother, together. The next day I confronted her. She cried, but not from guilt, from relief. She said she'd been waiting for years for the truth to come out, that she and Marcus had real love, that she hoped I could understand. Understand that my mother had stolen my husband, that the woman who raised me had chosen her desire over her daughter. 3 days later, I filed for divorce. 2 days after that, my father did too. I couldn't let him live in the dark the way I had. When I told him, he broke down completely. Decades of marriage, gone in one truth. Now they live together, my mother and my ex-husband, publicly, as if they didn't destroy 2 families to be together. They post smiling photos hand in hand, pretending their love story isn't built on betrayal. People who don't know the truth think they're just another happy couple. But I know better. I see the rot beneath the smiles. I'm 33 now, and I can't watch wedding videos anymore. I can't sit through someone else's vows without feeling sick. Every family photo feels tainted. Every memory, a lie. Sometimes people say I should be grateful I found out. But the truth didn't set me free. It destroyed everything I thought I knew about love, loyalty, and family. The wedding video still sits on my laptop. I can't delete it. It's proof of how blind I was, of how easily the people you love most can look you in the eye, smile, and betray you completely. They say you never really know someone until you see them at their worst. But what happens when the people you thought you knew best turn out to be strangers? When your own mother and your husband are the ones who break you? I still don't have answers. Only this: a wedding video full of lies, a divorce decree, and a heart that no longer trusts the word family. If you enjoyed this story, please like, share, and subscribe. And also drop a comment in the comment section.